Welcome. We have another tutorial here, short little vignette to show you how charges work in harvest law. Okay, so we have here John Doe. We're going to say John Doe. You can see that we have all of the typical district attorney, or excuse me, district court charges listed here. So we'll say that John Doe was operating, let's see, operating under the influence or with a blood alcohol. Now, you see we just chose that as a charge. Let's say that he was also operating negligently, so as to endanger. And he has those two charges. You can see that right now we've put these in the charges, and then there is an instruction section. This is a link to the instructions, or the model jury instructions. And if you just click on that, it brings it up. Operating with blood alcohol level of 0.08 or higher. Now, same thing. Operating so as to endanger. So you get the jury instruction. Now, let's say our case has ended. You see this button here. Just click on that, and let's say we'll push it off in the future. Our pretrial date is July 8th. And we'll say that it's July. It's the 8th. The results. It was continued without a finding. This was done at a plea. He was given straight probation. And then we can add, here we can add a judge, the Honorable Judge Judy. And we can also put any notes here, such as 24D disposition. You can also, if you double click on that little note field, you'll see that a note editor comes up. So if you don't want to be constrained to typing in this little field, if you just double click anywhere where you would keep notes or some sort of long description, there's a note editor that you can click on. Another thing that I will show you here is that you see the date is 7/8. One of the features here is that if you hit Control and the quote key, or the single quote key, it will copy that. So we'll say that was dismissed at plea. We can hit that, it'll give that, and we'll just say dismissed in favor of a plea. Okay, now go up here. I'm just going to hit refresh all, and then you're going to see this. I'm going to copy, click on the disposition report, and there it is. You have a little report that you can either save as a PDF or print and stick in your file saying what happened. So that's essentially for closing the case out. If you just unclick that button, it'll bring you just to the charge and the instruction. So it's a way of just keeping track of your charges, keeping track of your case, and the disposition of your case at the end of, when it comes to its natural end, either by a jury trial, by a plea, or some sort of dismissal. And it's also helpful to a certain extent when you're doing your CPCS billing, if there's ever a question as to how a case was disposed of, or if you were ever audited, if you are a CPCS bar advocate. It gives you a quick way of referencing exactly what happened. So that's it for this vignette. It shows you how basically very quickly and easily you can add the charges to a case, and how you can keep track of your case through the very end of the case.